Kansas State in town. They swept 3 games against the Horns a year ago. They came into this winners in 12 of their last 13. Cam Ridley, though, rebound late in the first half, setting up transition. Oh, and that's nice. The youngster, DeMarcus Croker. Well, I mean, everybody's a youngster. Heck, DeMarcus Holland is a youngster, but he's got some moves as well. He's going spin to Cam Ridley, and Big Cam helping the Horns post a 10 of 14 shooting mark inside the paint in the first half. They had an 11-2 run and looked like they would close with that, but in the final moments, Kansas State weaves through the Texas D. Thomas Gibson gets it to go. Still, Texas had the 4-point lead at the break. Second half now. Thomas Gibson, he was a force. Goes up against Cam Ridley. They call this basket good. Also went to the free throw line, putting down a few of those points that made him the overall leading scorer at 24 points. 10 minutes left. Once again, the post presence as Gibson gets past Prince Ebay to once again get the Wildcats within 1. Under 5 minutes left, this looked like this was going to be the turning point because you see Gibson gets the hoop. Jonathan Holmes, you didn't listen. What are you doing? It's okay. He would atone for that. Kansas State would get the ball. You saw it. They would make a free throw, retake the lead. Texas down 1. Oh, but Big Cam. You talk about a guy that has reshaped his game, reshaped his body, and turned himself into one of the best players in the Big 12. It's that man. Had a block. K-State got it back. He got another block. And then who wants it back? Big Cam. I mean, this guy was doing the dream shake in this game. Olajuwon-esque, Shaq-esque, Cam Ridley leading the way. Under a minute left. Man, Texas needed that. Javon Feliks putting the Horns up by 4. Now he can ice it. You're up by 2 with 11 seconds left, but you missed the first. Javon Feliks, did you do it? Yeah, he did it again. So K-State just plays. They have timeouts left, but Shane Southwell, they said this was high degree of difficulty. Of course it was. It was a prayer, but it goes. We're tied up at 64. That's not a big deal because you know who the ball is probably going to? A guy that can hit clutch shots like this. In the corner, Jonathan Holmes, last year against WVU, sent that game into OT. He's got to hit a shot to keep it from going to OT, and Jay Holmes does. Just walking off like he's been there before. Chris Ogden's freaking out. He's the only one that pretends like he's never seen something like this, but that's the kind of shot that Jonathan Holmes makes. Look at Rick Barnes as well. He just shakes his head. He's going the other way. Heck, Bruce Weber almost walked off the court and didn't realize he had to go back and shake some hands.
John, 1.9 seconds left on the clock. You've got one shot. What's going through your mind?
We were trying to get a play for Javon coming off, and I knew they were gonna switch because he's such a good shooter. So I knew if I slipped, I'd probably be open, and I just shot it and went in.
How do you describe that feeling?
It's a good feeling. I mean, we played hard all game. I mean, it's a good conference win. So we got to get ready for Baylor on Saturday now.
Let's talk about the night leading up to that last shot. Just 5 points for you. How do you explain why you struggled before then?
I mean, shots just weren't falling. I mean, I forced a couple shots, but I mean, give all the credit to my teammates. They found me when I was open, and I was able to make the last shot.
2 wins in a week against ranked opponents. What is the significance of that for this team?
I mean, we're just taking it 1 game at a time. It's just another Big 12 win. Like I said, we got to get ready for Baylor on Saturday.
And you will. Thanks, John. Javon, not every shot fell for you tonight, but you got 23 points on the night. How do you describe your effectiveness?
My teammates look for me to come out and be aggressive, and that's what I tried to do tonight. Coaches told me this week, coming into both games, Iowa State and this game tonight, that I would have to be aggressive and just do that for my team, and that's what I tried to come out here and do tonight.
How do you gauge the significance of this win for this team tonight?
It's big. It's big. It definitely, because we lost to Oklahoma on our home floor, and that's bad for our tournament. So it was good to get one here against the top 25 team. Now we just have to focus on Baylor coming up.
1.9 seconds left on the clock. You guys know the ball is going into Jonathan Holmes. What was going through your mind at that point?
We just had confidence that he would knock it down. We missed him on the first play, and we came back and ran the same play again, and he was open again, and he knocked it down.
How do you describe where this team's confidence is coming off of the 2 wins you've had this week?
We're very confident. We knew all along that we can beat anybody that we play. We come out, try to play hard every night, and try to outplay our opponent for 40 minutes, and that's what we came out here and did tonight. We practiced very hard during the week. just try to stay together during the week and just focus on the things that we got to get better on. And if we do all that, then we feel like we can beat anybody.
The consistency tonight from you and Cameron Ridley. What can you say about the growth you've seen from Cam?
Cam is improved tremendously, especially from the free throw line. I mean, we're not scared to leave him out there at the end when people foul so that he can knock it down. And, you know, he's got good shots in the lane now, and he's got in better shape. But Cam is solid. We knew that all along. I think it was just a confidence thing for him, and he has his confidence, and he's been playing well.
Thanks, Javon. Congratulations.
Well, tonight, 20 lead changes, I think, and you know, we had chances, and we didn't shoot the ball particularly well. We had some shots there that we normally make, but again, we found a way, and they're an outstanding team. They really defend, and I didn't think we executed very well, but I think that had a lot to do with them. But and we were too soft defensively. We let the game get into their tempo. I thought at the start of the game we were just letting them operate really almost basically inside the three-point line. Didn't do a great job of the ball screens because of how low we were letting them operate. But sign of a team that I think that I don't think they ever wavered tonight, and we found a way. And we've been in so many games like that this year. And the play at the end, obviously, John got a pretty good look at it actually in that situation, and we'll take it. Anyway, we'll take it.
Yeah, let's talk about execution. What was supposed to happen in the play before you called the timeout to set up Jonathan Holmes?
Well, we had told Isaiah if if Javon is covered, John Holmes is going to be wide open at the rim. You show that play, I promise you, he's standing underneath the basket with nobody guarding him. And then the next time we came out, we just, instead of popping him to the rim, slipping him to the rim, he just stepped out and almost kind of like the shot he made a year ago in the opposite corner. Who were we playing? But remember, he made a big one against West Virginia at that time to tie the game up. But he got out, got his feet set, and knocked it down.
Why Jonathan Holmes in that situation, Coach?
Do what? I'm sorry?
Why go with Jonathan Holmes in that situation?
We were going with two guys there in that situation in case we could get fouled. You know, the two guys that can maybe, you know, that we have confidence in shooting free throws, even though Javon had missed some. But again, this first play was for Javon, and they defended him. Both guys jumped out there, and we had him on right in front of the rim, and Isaiah's got to make that pass. And DeMarcus Holland actually did us a favor by calling timeout, because those two guys were just up there high really as a decoy.
Well, Coach, I know you said you weren't overly thrilled with the defense, but how about that late-game defense from Cam Ridley, where he had a few block shots in the sequence to eventually get the ball back and help Texas get the lead?
Well, again, Cam did that. I thought he and Prince tonight. I mean, you look at their Thomas Gibson. I mean, he had a field day down there on us where he was getting such deep post up, and we wanted to stay down. But the problem was we were just letting him post us up right in front of the rim. And but Cam did. He's getting better. He went back tonight. He got the ball. You know, he started dribbling the ball. And I think he lost it twice down there. The play at the end of the first half was a big play, actually. I mean, we got what we wanted, and he wasn't ready, and he put the ball on the floor and charged. And but Cam's made great strides. And again, at the end when we had to make some winning plays, we made them.
And, Coach, after the winning play from Jonathan Holmes, it just looked like business as usual for him. You just went the other way to shake hands with the other coaching staff, and it looked like this is what we're supposed to do. So what are your expectations at this point now for this young Texas team?
Well, I've told you from the beginning, you know, I think we can beat anybody that we play. But, again, I didn't think we were as sharp as we needed to be. But, again, Kansas State, I mean, think about it. They played outstanding basketball, and we knew it was going to be hard. We knew it was going to be a battle of whether or not we would get the game into more possessions. And what happened was we knew they were going to come down the backcourt and extend their defense. But what we didn't get was Isaiah, again, once he got the ball, using the floor's wide open, he didn't go by. I mean, he didn't push the tempo the way we wanted to. He just settled with bringing it up, and we kept talking about pushing it, but we just never got into that. So you got to give them credit because they definitely slowed us down. And also early, you know, we gave up way too many offensive rebounds, you know, where, again, we just weren't quick to the ball. And, again, that's a sign of toughness where I thought they were tougher wanting to get some of those rebounds early. And they had a possession down here in the second half. I think they had 4 offensive rebounds. But, again, you know, I'm sure, you know, Bruce will look at his guys and see some of the things that I'm seeing from my team. And the fact is, you know, is a great game for us, and it's a heartbreaker for them. But yet, we need some good things to continue to happen. And,
yeah, don't feel bad about smiling about this.
But I'm happy for our guys, again, that we found a way to win when we didn't particularly play as well as we can play.